What's up, guys? It is Corey from SuperKamiGuru9000, and this is something kind of different, something that we've never done before. There's something really cool going on in the anime YouTube community right now. It's this anime tag thing where basically people in the YouTube community are sending YouTubers like their questions, these 10 questions about anime, and then they ask them, and then they send them to another person who answers the same exact question. And we just got a few from Sephirothhakkate. Really cool name, and LuffyTheSuperSaiyan, and you know what? And one of them mentioned that we don't really do much in the community that much, and I think this is a good opportunity for that. So I'm just going to go through these questions right now. I'm going to put the questions in the description box below so you guys can follow along and even answer along, because I'd like to know what you guys think too. And I'm just going to go as candid as possible with these, because I want them to be as fresh in my mind and let them pop out. So let's just do this. Let's jump on the first one. Favorite anime arc in a shonen anime. Alright, I don't even have to think about that one this much. It's probably the Frieza saga from Dragon Ball Z. And the main reason for that is, of course, my rose-tinted glasses are on, and there's a little bit of nostalgia in there as well. But what I loved most about the saga was just, it was like the culmination of everything Dragon Ball. And it built up to this huge event, and it took a long time to get there. First there was the hint about it when they were fighting against Vegeta, and they found out they could get the Dragon Balls from another planet. And then they finally go through this huge journey through space, and they finally make it to Namek. And it sucks when they get there. They can see that the race is just being annihilated by Frieza and by all of Frieza's henchmen. And it just seems so desperate, and it's only Krillin and Gohan and, for God's sakes, Bulma, so they're like screwed. So it's just like, oh, what are we gonna do? There's nothing we can do, and Goku isn't here. We have to get all the Dragon Balls and wish our friends back. But Vegeta's trying to kill us, Frieza's trying to kill us, the Ginyu Force is trying to kill us, and then it all ultimately culminates with pretty much everyone dying except for like Gohan, Piccolo, Goku, and Frieza. And the whole planet is exploding. It's just Goku versus Frieza on this planet that's exploding. That's the most epic showdown ever. Alright, question number 2, an anime you really hate. This is a really tough question, because there are some anime that I don't like, but hate is a strong word. Something that really has to be deep-seated, in your mind. Something that you just can't stand. If it were an American cartoon, I would say My Little Pony. But if it's an anime, I'm probably just going to have to go with the entire Yu-Gi-Oh! Series in general. And the only reason for that is because it's just a big, shameless cartoon advertisement for cards and merchandise. And, you could say the same thing about a lot of different series. You could say Pokemon is just one big commercial for selling shit. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just, I don't know, just the whole concept of like, we're gonna play a card game and that's gonna settle our differences. And a lot of the times they add in a lot of different things. And don't get me wrong, I watched the first couple seasons all the way through. I think it was called Battle City, and it just didn't do much for me. It just, they were playing a card game and then they were being trapped like over this water pit and shit, and if they lose they die. And it's like, yeah, that's cool and all, but you're playing a card game. Why don't you just run away? Why do you have to sit there and keep playing when the world is in such desperation? It blows me away. And it still goes on strong to this day, and it's extremely popular. The card game is still being played. They're still shoveling out 1 million video games of it, and the stupid anime where they're riding on bikes and crap. Fuck Yu-Gi-Oh! And now on to question 3, which is, what is your favorite anime opening and ending? And again, this is like choosing who's like your favorite child. That's just not fair. But if I had to narrow it down right now anyway, because, opinions change as time comes and goes, I would say it is Soul Eater ending 4. I think it's Strength is the name of the song. Just everything about that ending just totally encompasses that series perfectly, especially the end of it, and it's just filled with such raw, awesome energy, and it's so good that it almost deserves to be, it's so good it deserves to be an opening. And I don't know, just the first time, like when I watch series, usually it's on DVD, and a lot of the times I usually skip the ending, because most of the times I like the openings, but sometimes the endings can leave me underwhelmed. And, Soul Eater has some really great endings, but Strength really sold it for me. Just the immediate opening guitar riff, and then it just powers through, and then you see like Maka like running down a mountain, and then you see Soul Eater, and then it fades in, and it just looks all awesome. And there's just all this great imagery of all the characters, and then of course they get to be all badass at the end and everything, and then all the great shots of Ashura at the end, especially at the end when he has like his spectral force like transforming from a skeleton into him. It all flows and looks really, really cool. Now, as far as openings go, God, that is tough. With Shounen series, a lot of the times they're always cool because you see the characters like fighting and shit and everything. But it's so hard to choose for me. There are some Gundam intros that I really, really like. But if I had to choose a favorite opening right now, at this point in time, it's probably the opening to the 8th MS team, Mobile Suit Gundam 8th MS team. I don't know the name of the song, but what I can say about it is, again, it sort of encompasses the whole show, and it doesn't really like spoil too much at all, and it doesn't show any footage from the show. It's all made specifically for the opening. But what I like about it is you get a feel for all of the different characters in it and all the things they're going to be getting ready to go through. But you also get a lot of this really, really great Mobile Suit, like, military action. Some of the stuff you actually don't even get to see in the show. And it's great because it firmly establishes that, yes, this is Gundam, but at the same time, it's going to be a little bit more realistic than some of the other ones. And I like that a lot because the 8th MS team is definitely grounded in much more realism than a lot of the other Gundam shows. Question number 4, what mainstream anime power do you want? Whew. Gosh, that is tough, man. There are so many great powers, it's easy to say a Saiyan from Dragon Ball Z because technically they can do just about anything with their power. They can learn to fly and use ki energy and, blast freaking mountains away and everything. You got characters from Naruto who have a lot of specific powers. You got the Uchihas, you got the Inuzuka clan who can control dogs. I don't think that's anything that I want to do. But this is kind of a weird thing, and this is also because I am a Gundam fan. It's not a power, so to speak. Well, I guess it kind of is. I want to be a new type pilot. I want to be able to pilot a badass Gundam mobile suit. And I know that sounds lame and kind of cheesy, and it's kind of a cop-out on the question, but damn it, I'm gonna answer it this way. I want to be a new type so I can be able... basically, new types are like... They're like Jedis. They're able to see things before they happen. They have, like, foresight, and they're able to, like, pilot these awesome death machines at, like, extreme speeds, and they're, like, ace pilots. And I'm a huge Gundam fan, and I just think that would be freaking awesome to have my own mobile suit, a Gundam in particular. And it's got to be all black. Number 5, the most badass anime character you have ever seen. Guts from Berserk. That's pretty much it, I mean, there's some other really badass characters, a lot of them. But Guts, for me, really, really sells it, because this guy has literally been to hell and back. And he's lost an eye and an arm, and most of his humanity at this point, and yet he still continues to go on this journey of revenge. And if you haven't read Berserk, read it now. It's really awesome. It's one of the greatest manga series I've ever seen. There's an anime series of it too, and of course there's the brand new movie series that just started. And you'll see why Guts is just so awesome. And he just don't give a fuck about anything. He will destroy any type of demon in the most creative possible way. And he has a big sword. He has a crossbow. He's got the big cannon in his arm and everything. He's got the berserker armor. And yet he always finds new ways to like take demons out in the most like disgusting, messed up manners. And he doesn't care. You can do anything to him, he'll still keep coming. He's like literally a slasher like flick villain. Like he'll just keep coming. He's like fucking Jason. Favorite anime mainstream couple. This isn't a subject I like to get into too much because it's just stuff I don't really care for. But if it's still culturally relevant in a sense, I'd probably have to say Isaac and Miria from Baccano. And if you guys have not seen Baccano, it is a light novel series as well as an anime series that's set during the Prohibition era in like New York and in a few other areas and everything. And it's got a great cast of characters. And they have these two thieves in it who are Isaac and Miria, and they are just goofy as hell. They are so like anime centric, and they don't even seem like they belong in the series. They are just so ridiculously over the top. There are other characters in the series that are pretty crazy, but these two are just so fun to watch, and they do everything together. They're just so in love, and there's a huge plot twist later on about, you know, about their relationship and everything, and it's just they're meant for each other. They're perfect for each other. They totally gel. They're literally the male and female counterpart of each other. They are a perfect yin and yang. The next one, the biggest anime troll character. Oh God, there are so many. I mean, Gary Oak immediately comes to mind from Pokemon. What an asshole that guy is. A ton of characters from Gundam. I can already immediately think from the most recent one, Gundam Age. Dessel was a complete and total troll. You go into Dragon Ball era. Let's see here. There's a lot of trolls in Dragon Ball. All of the Ginyu Force were just complete trolls at first when they were introduced on the scene because they were so just... They could have killed these guys anytime they wanted, but no, they slowly took their time to whip their asses as much as possible until Goku got there. Chihas from Naruto are insanely mega big trolls because no matter how much you beat them back, they always come back with some disturbingly overpowered attack that's just plain not fair. Aizen from Bleach, mega troll. Holy crap, that was just the bastard that would not die. I think the king of the trolls, though, is probably Griffith from Berserk. Because he just completely screwed over his, like, most trusted companion, like, in the most fucked up way possible. Question 8. An anime that you would like to see become live action. And my answer to that is, I don't want to see any anime put into live action. Because it's anime. Enjoy it the way it is. What's the point of seeing a really badass, over-the-top action anime and then see it put into a dull movie format? It defeats the whole purpose of anime. That's my answer to that. Question 9. The first anime merchandise you ever bought. Well, let's see here. First anime merchandise I ever bought. Actually, hold on a second. I got it right here. I got it right here. This is it. The very first DVD I ever purchased. This is Volume 1 of Gundam Wing, and it's still in great condition. I still take great care of it. No scratches. This is what started my collection, you know. I love this shit right here. And finally, the last question, an anime that you think should get a movie. And this is kind of a confusing question to me, because I guess it's kind of similar to question 8. If it's an animated movie, that's the thing. I'm always a fan of more Gundam, because with Gundam they can do just about anything, because they can just stretch the timeline out a little bit and insert something new in there. They do it all the time. I know it's just me, but I'd like to see some of my older favorite Shounen series get some more brand new movie iterations. There's already going to be a new Dragon Ball Z movie coming out in 2013. I think it's high time we got some brand new Yu Yu Hakusho material. If not just something post, timeline, just something new and interesting. I'm sure they can come up with something to use these characters again. Because a lot of us love Yu Yu Hakusho, especially in the Shounen community. And I want to see more from that, even though it's been done for so long. And that goes for a lot of other different series. I'm glad they're starting to bring back like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and everything. But still, I'd like to see some movie versions. I'd love to see, of course, some more Naruto movies, some more One Piece movies, because they give us an excuse to get some really, really great animation. But still, I want to see new stuff, though. That's the thing. As much as I'd like to see some of the new shows and everything get like their pay due, and everything, I want to see a brand new anime movie. Some, and there always are, but I want the creativity to keep flowing. I don't want to just keep seeing the same old stuff. Because that's what's great about anime. It's always something new and explosive and interesting, and that's why we watch this stuff. It changes our perspectives, and it allows us to enjoy a lot of brand new art styles and different things, and animation is a great way to show that off. So that's pretty much it. That's the questions. I'm sorry if the video seemed a little choppy, because I wanted to do this as candid as possible, but that's just the way it is. But there it is, guys. Those are the 10 questions. I'd love to hear what you guys think about these questions. You can answer down below. And remember, guys, as always, to give this video a thumbs up. And stay tuned very soon, guys. We're going to have some Halloween-themed videos coming for you guys. That's right. The most metal of holidays is coming, and we're going to be celebrating. So stay tuned and look out for those awesome Halloween videos. So look out, people of the YouTube anime community. You might be tagged. That concludes this video today. SuperKamiGuru9000, out.